Hello everyone, and welcome to this De Montfort University webinar as part of National Apprenticeship Week. My name is Mark Smith. I'm the Business Development Manager for the Faculty of Computing, Engineering and Media here at De Montfort University. Thank you all for joining us today. Please let us know you can hear us by dropping a hello in the comments section. The purpose of this webinar is to introduce you to the apprenticeships available at De Montfort University in the areas of digital and computing. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a brief introduction to the university and apprenticeships in general, followed by more information on the apprenticeships currently on offer and due to start in autumn 2025. I'm joined by my colleague Dan Morley, our lead for skills and apprenticeships within the Faculty of Computing, Engineering and Media. And we'll also be joined by Gilly Oliver, our apprenticeship funding specialist, who will discuss funding and our levy transfer scheme. Throughout the webinar, please do get involved in the comments section, and we'll do our best to answer as many of your questions at the end of the session. So now over to the first slide, please. So as I said before, apprenticeships at De Montfort University, we're going to give you a short introduction for businesses and for staff, applicants, and information on the programs, who the programs are for, and more importantly as well, how to apply and how to contact us if you are of interest in these courses. Next slide, please. So this is just a brief overview. De Montfort University, we're based in the centre of Leicester, steeped in heritage. We've been here for a very long time and actually set up as a College of Art and Technology. And these we're following in the footsteps of our heritage by moving forward the cutting edge of technology and of digital and computing expertise. The university itself, there's a few things we want to highlight. Education 2030, we have a student-centered block teaching approach. So all across our portfolio, students study one module at a time, and we find this helps in terms of developing students' expertise and working closer and really getting to the nub of each of the modules that are being taught. We're the top 10. We're in the top 10 university for student graduate startups. Very importantly, we're part of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals Hub. We have a good rating through Ofsted. And we have a silver award both in the Race Equality Charter and also in the Teaching Excellence Framework, which is a system of rating the levels of teaching that are delivered by various universities. So specifically, the School of Computer Science and Informatics is the home for the majority of these apprenticeships that we're talking about here. Now, the school itself, it's home to world-renowned experts in artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and computer ethics. DMU is one of only 8 universities in England to be a gold standard centre of excellence for teaching in cybersecurity. We've got an Airbus Centre of Excellence in SCADA, which is cybersecurity and forensics. We recently bid to the Office for Students and received funding for £6.5 million to establish a digital tech learning hub, and it's equipped with some of the best cyber and computing facilities in the UK, and that's very, very recent. Yes. We're an excellent five-star rated university, rated by QS as top universities for teaching, facilities, employability, global outlook, and much more. So in terms of apprenticeships, there are various things that we expect from apprentices. This sort of distinguishes the difference between an apprenticeship course and an undergraduate course. Along with the academic work that's taken place, apprentices need to dedicate a minimum of 6 hours per week baseline to apprenticeship development activities, additional to their employment and also to their academic work. They need to engage with all apprenticeship activities, including attendance of study days and knowledge sharing as part of the supportive community of learning at the university. They need to complete all required academic assignments, which is a given. They build on a portfolio of evidence management, knowledge, behaviour and skills, which are required by the apprenticeships. And they also need to complete at the end of an apprenticeship, there's an endpoint assessment, which gives you the actual apprenticeship alongside the degree qualification that you gain from the academic side of study. And it also allows you access to a workplace mentor. So what sort of support is available at the university? Well, we have dedicated support from an academic to review and assess your progress throughout the program. We have dedicated module and program leaders who are experienced industry practitioners and very knowledgeable academics. You have access to the normal university resources such as a library, LinkedIn Learning, specialist services and tailored careers advice, and full support from your application to the completion of the apprenticeship. Of course, the networking opportunities, so there is some in-person teaching, which is fantastic for apprentices to mix with each other, to get to know each other and find out about other companies operating in the same area of study. And we also provide a contextualized content which aligns with the industry. All apprenticeships are developed with industry on a national basis. So there are certain standards that we have to meet by industry, but because of our close contacts with industries such as IBM, for example, we can develop closer ties with industry to help you move forward following your apprenticeship. Now I'd like to hand over to Dan, who's going to highlight the courses that we have, the apprenticeships that we have, and a little bit of detail about each of those apprenticeships.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. So I was just chatting to Trevor in the chat. He has his I assume you have your Viva soon, and he's studying cybersecurity. He's doing a PhD in cybersecurity at DMU, which is quite an interesting conversation. Maybe I have to pick that up later on, Trevor. Sorry, I need to do a presentation. So yes, we have a number of apprenticeships available in computer science informatics. Some of them are new. We've developed them in line with a bid from the Office for Students, so some of them are very, very well established. So in order of kind of level, starting at level 4, we have Business Analyst and Data Analyst. Moving forward to level 6, Data Scientist and Digital and Technology Solutions Professional. We may call that DTSP, is the acronym to make it a bit simpler. Cybersecurity Technical Professional, CTSP, Digital User Experience, UX Professional, and finally level 7, Artificial Intelligence AI Specialist. So I'm going to go through them one by one with a bit of detail. Hopefully it'll be useful. Any questions, pop them in the chat, and if we can't answer them or they're a bit too subject specific, we will send you information as to how to get in touch with the program team. So first of all, level 4 Business Analyst. So this course is designed for professionals in private, public or third sector organisations who perform business analysis work, no matter their job or title or organisational role. So such role may include business analyst, business architect, product analyst, business improvement specialist, requirements engineer, systems analyst, enterprise analyst, process analyst, or data analyst. So learners will gain an understanding of how to apply recommended business analysis practices to effectively articulate needs and a rationale for change. Model and design solutions taking into consideration new technology trends, ethical and sustainable practices. Long sentence this. To manage business and digital change and financially appraise solution options to present feasible proposals that deliver value to stakeholders within your organisation. So the academic learning will be integrated with practical training in the workplace and exposure to real-world business scenarios. This will enable learners to better understand the business world and apply their learning. A lot to take in there, but the next slide should be a bit of a quick overview at a glance. So Level 4 Business Analyst Apprenticeship is designed specific to teach the knowledge and skills and behaviours that enable learners to analyse business problems to improve operational efficiency in business organisations. So this apprenticeship is professionally recognised by the British Computer Society, BCS, and the Chartered Institute for IT for Register of IT Technicians, RITAC. So it's a 24-month programme that leads to a Business Analyst Apprenticeship qualification at level 4, but there are options to go on to further study at levels 6 and 7. And just so you know, for those who may not be kind of in tune with kind of academic levels, level 4 is academic equivalent to a higher national certificate, an HNC. You're going to be taught by expert practitioners. So the program leader for the Level 4 Business Analyst is Chandrima Rodrigo, and she carries a wealth of expertise from leadership positions in business conglomerates and is passionate about upskilling business professionals through industry-led apprenticeships to bridge the skills gap in the UK. So you can rest assured you'll have excellent tuition alongside excellent facilities. So we move on to another Level 4 apprenticeship, that is Data Analyst. So this apprenticeship builds a foundation in information systems alongside core data analysis, knowledge and skills. So this program equips students for data-focused tech careers by fostering a lifelong learning, independent learning skills. The comprehensive curriculum combining on-the-job and off-the-job training gives apprentices the necessary skills and knowledge to open doors to a wide range of data-related careers across various industries. So this apprenticeship was designed for individuals currently employed who are looking to either transition into data analysis career or upskill in this in-demand field. So the program anticipates participants remaining in full-time employment with their current employer upon successful completion. By equipping apprentices with the necessary skill set, the program opens doors to a wide range of data-related careers across various industries, both public and private. This includes opportunities not just in typical data analyst roles, but also in areas like data management, systems analysis, project management, and even business consultancy. So at a glance, it's designed for people wanting to transition into the data analysis field or upskill with professional qualifications. This will lead to a data analyst apprenticeship degree and a Cert HE data-related studies. And again, learners can go on to further study at level 6 and 7 at DMU. Modules include programming, database design, computer ethics, and information systems analysis. And the data analyst apprenticeship is led, the program leader is Dr. Adebowale Owaseni. And before transition to academia, he enjoyed a distinguished 13-year career in financial services, where he led digital transformation projects. So he has serious expertise in digital transformation, digital innovation, fintech, and data analytics. We move on to our level 6 data scientists. We have a lot of apprenticeships here. We know we're kind of covering them at speed. This is just an introduction, a flavour, as it were. Please talk to us if you have any questions or any queries or interest in these apprenticeships. We know we might be covering them at some pace, but it's just an introduction. So, level 6 data scientist. As many of you will know, data science is increasingly relevant in today's society, with an increasing demand for professional data scientists nationwide. So this apprenticeship is a structured undergraduate program providing a broad knowledge and understanding of aspects of information systems, coupled with in-depth development of data science knowledge base and skill sets. So the aim of the program is to develop the skills and broad knowledge needed by technology professionals in the data science field. As with all of our apprenticeships, the program is designed with professionals in mind, and this is reflected in the entry requirements. So all applicants need to be employed by an organisation who has confirmed they will support their participation in the programme. So the programme typically opens doors to careers in many roles in many sectors, public or private, but often work in multidisciplinary teams with domain experts, data architects, data engineers, analysts, and technology professionals. And at a glance, we know that data scientists are essential to business operations and help make sense of the wealth of data available to them. So this course, as with all our apprenticeships, are aligned to the government's apprenticeship standards. This will help learners become problem solvers who take complex data sets and turn them into strategic insights. And as this is a level 6 rather than level 4, it takes about 3.5 years to conclude, but you will graduate with a BSc and the level 6 data science apprenticeship. And as with the level 4 data analyst, the data scientist is led by Dr. Adebowale Owaseni. Moving on to our level 6, another level 6 digital and technology solutions professional. We'll call that DTSP. The DTSP degree apprenticeship is designed to ensure learners become competent and effective IT professionals who can deliver efficient business transformation by integrating academic learning with practical training in the workplace. So over the course of 42 months, learners will have an increased understanding of their organization's unique business needs. So DTSP provides learners with a core set of key knowledge, skills, and behaviors, whilst offering the opportunity to focus on one of 3 specialisms enable tailored learning to your specific business needs. So the pathways that they offer are software engineering, network engineering, and data analysis. So how it works in this, if you're looking to build a career in IT profession, DCSP gives a solid grounding in data programming and technologies in year 1. Then in year 2, you get to choose the focus of those 3 specialisms, data analysis and so software engineering and network engineering, to benefit your organization. So it's around 3.5 years, again leading to a BSc to specific to your pathway, or again, a level 6 degree apprenticeship. I'll talk to Mark in a minute about this, about some of our current employers, which is quite interesting. But I'll talk a little bit about the program leader. That's Dr. Francisco Navarro. He's an associate professor in cybersecurity. An excellent chap. He oversees the design and continuous development of the curriculum. He coordinates the onboarding and induction of all new apprentices and ensures inclusive and high quality delivery across all modules. He's been doing this for some years and has some excellent results. But over to Mark. Mark, as the business development manager, works closely with a lot of employers, and DTSP is a long-standing apprenticeship advisor, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, so DTSP, I mentioned IBM previously. IBM have got a division called CIC, which is based in Leicester, and they regularly send a cohort over to our DTSP apprenticeship and have done for a number of years now. They're very, very happy with the results they've got from working with the university. We're getting involved with them in terms of, they get involved with the university in terms of sitting on industrial panels. And also, they're quite happy to do, we're working on a case study at the moment, and they get involved in things like hackathons within the organization, and they've asked for our program leader to actually come and present the awards at the end of that hackathon as well. So we've got a very close relationship with IBM there, and they make up quite a large part of the cohort, but it's very good as well then for new apprentices, other apprentices from other companies to bounce off these guys at IBM. And we've got a really good culture within the apprenticeship community, particularly around this apprenticeship.
Yes, thanks, Mark. I think we may move on to the next slide, please. Thank you. We have level 6 cyber security technical professional, or CTSP as we call it here. And this degree integrates academic learning and on-the-job training to equip you to become a competent and independent cyber security professional. We develop skills to lead teams, analyze risks, design secure solutions, and respond to cyber incidents across various sectors. The typical jobs roles may include cyber risk manager, risk analyst, research analyst, incident manager, security engineer, and security design engineer. As Mark had previously mentioned, this was gold standard teaching on this apprenticeship. So CTSP was named a gold standard academic centre of excellence in cybersecurity education by the leading authority in cybersecurity in the UK, the National Cyber Security Centre, the NCSC. So at a glance, aimed at learners who want to specialise in cybersecurity risk assessment, and you'll study for 12 modules to complete one work-based assignment following focusing on real issues within your organisation. As a level 6, around 3.5 years of study, leading to a BSc and a degree apprenticeship at level 6. The team is led by Dr. Mohammed Kazim. He brings over 12 years of research and teaching experience and excellence, specialising in cybersecurity, AI, and cloud computing. So Dr. Kazim manages the development and delivery of the CTSP program, designing and assessing modules whilst collaborating with industry partners, staff, and funding bodies. We've had big cohorts from large organisations in the past with CTSP, including BT and many others. And CTSP is a long-standing apprenticeship, and as said, is a gold standard in terms of teaching. Move on to a new apprenticeship has been recently developed alongside the Office for Students and their generous funding. It's a level 6 digital user experience professional. So the UX, as I call it, a digital user experience professional integrated degree apprenticeship, focuses on academic learning and on-the-job training to equip you to become a competent and independent user experience professional. We develop skills to lead teams, analyze user flows, design usable and enjoyable solutions, and respond to varying needs and requirements across various sectors. So learners engage with aspects of design theory in increasing depth over the 3 years of the course, developing the ability to critically evaluate digital and interactive designs, and then bring this foundational understanding to the production of interactive artifacts spanning creative coding, user experience design, and virtual environment production. The graduates will be well equipped to further their careers in digital user experience design and the versatility to explore roles in related fields such as human-computer interaction, digital product design, and user-centered software development. Well, to summarize, UX Design Apprenticeship will focus on the online interaction between consumers and companies, from buying online to app development. It's a very varied discipline, but this program focuses on technical skills of acquisition. So learners will become expert in creating seamless online processes for consumers using creative coding, user experience design, and virtual environment production. So approximately, again, 3.5 years of study, leading to a BSc in user experience design and a level 6 professional degree apprenticeship. And last but not least, we have our level 7 artificial intelligence or AI specialist. So as many in the chats and online will know, AI data specialism is a fast-moving career path, needed almost in every industry, in every business, and for every function. So AI data specialists discover, design, develop, and devise data-driven AI solutions to automate and optimize business processes and support, augment, and enhance human decision-making. So DMU's AI Data Specialist Apprenticeship Program is particularly well suited for organizations looking to upskill existing staff and boost digital innovation, as professionals who want to train for roles such as AI strategy managers and AI engineers. So the program prepares apprentices, a bit too quick. The program prepares apprentices with industry standard knowledge, skills, and behaviors in AI and data analytics, with transferable technical competencies, knowledge and understanding, professional leadership and management skills the industry requires. The teaching and course content are strongly informed by scholarship and research activity across all levels of the program, with additional guidance provided by the Cyber Technology Institute Industrial Advisory Group at DMU. So at a glance, this level 7 AI specialist apprenticeship, you will learn to create innovative data-driven AI solutions to business problems within the constraints of a specific business context. You're going to work with data sets that are too large, too complex, too varied, which render traditional approaches and techniques unsuitable. So this program is perfect for companies wanting to introduce roles such as AI strategy managers and AI engineers. Approximately 30 months leading to an MSc, so it's a master's level in artificial intelligence, and that degree apprenticeship at level 7. So we have some other programs in development, so watch this space. We have a level 4 higher technical qualification, an HTQ, in cybersecurity technologist. An HTQ is not an apprenticeship, but is linked to the government standards that apprenticeships follow. So it's a new qualification from IFATE, which is the Institute for Technical Education, and it is will run in parallel with apprenticeships. It's like I said, it's a new qualification nationwide. It's something we are developing within cybersecurity. As I said, it's a level 4, so that's equivalent to an HNC. We're also developing a level 6 broadcast and media systems engineer, and also a level 7 visual effects supervisor. So please keep in touch if for further developments, if you want to hear more about those new exciting programs in development. So the benefits of apprenticeships at DMU. As you can see from those 2 slides, we have brand new facilities. So those photos are taken just a few weeks ago. As you can see, it's benefited strongly from a £6.5 million funding from the Office for Students from the government, and they have developed these wonderful facilities for all our students within computer science, but specifically these apprenticeships. So a bit more about that. Investing in your future is this £6.5 million new digital tech learning hub. So this combines state-of-the-art facilities with a fresh approach to teaching and investment in industry standard technology, designed to help more graduates into highly skilled roles, support companies to upskill their staff, and enable more flexible and inclusive study programs. At its heart are 3 headline investments. A DMU private cloud to allow students in cyber, AI, data analytics and data science to gain experience of real-world scenarios and to gain advanced digital skills. A supervisory control and data acquisition network provide learners with the latest digital opportunities in cyber defense and resilience by training on a custom version of an industrial network. A digital creative suite with motion tracking and motion capture technologies that bridge the gap between computing and the creative technologies. So it's not just that, we have these new wonderful labs and teaching spaces, as we can see there. We have cutting-edge teaching facilities such as multiple kind of conferencing facilities built within the teaching spaces. We have creative technologies. What you see here is a new motion capture, mocap suite, which is part of the creative technology suite, but it will inform things such as the VFX apprenticeship and potentially even the UX apprenticeship as well. And here we see Tom Wilson waving in front of our virtual production screen, part of the big investment from the Office for Students. And this slide is to talk about kind of impactful research that a lot of our the staff on our apprenticeships can offer, such as, I didn't mention the names, my apologies, like Dr. Tom Cora, who's our UX lead. He specializes in immersive media, audio augmented reality, and digital applications in cultural heritage. People like Tom are known for their learner-centric and strategic approach to teaching. Or Dr. Darpan Tribian, he brings a wealth of expertise and passion for nurturing the academic and practical growth of the apprentices learning experience with state-of-the-art tools and techniques. So his teaching philosophy revolves around fostering an inclusive and engaging learning environment where students feel encouraged to explore, question, and innovate. So he teaches on the level 7 AI apprenticeship. My apologies for not mentioning his name there. Point being, we have wonderful facilities and excellent teaching staff. And the benefits of that from a personal and business perspective would be to develop a better or improved understanding of your organization. The learner will develop a better understanding of themselves through structured reflection on what has been learned and how to apply it. And this is reinforced and can increase his current knowledge, skills, and behaviors, and will learn new ways of working or thinking about current and future issues within your organization. Knowledge exchange, really important. So you'll be within a community of practice for academics and peer-to-peer learning within a community of support. This will increase personal confidence as well and an immediate return on investment, delivering benefits to the learner, the team, and your organization. And the observation of other areas of business operations, I mean, it's a huge positive for an apprentice or an employer to consider alternative perspectives. And that's what an apprenticeship at DMU can offer. So Mark spoke a bit about block learning and block mode, which is something we call Education 2030, which is a project where we looked at the whole curriculum within the university and reviewed it and came up with a new system called block mode teaching. So block mode allows you to focus on one subject at a time instead of several at once, with more regular assessments and a kind of a better study to life or study to career balance. So DMU is one of the few universities in the country to offer the block teaching methods. So block teaching, not only will you have more time to learn your subject in depth, but you'll benefit from a more simpler timetable. So don't just take our word for it. Our students and independent organisations have awarded us several accolades, such as students voted us in the top 30 best universities. I think it was 25th in the Uni Compare rankings and 27th in What Uni Student Choice Awards, because of things like block mode and the innovation and investment we can offer. That might be it. So I'll pass back to Mark to talk about the application process.
Thank you, Dan. So the application process is relatively simple. The main thing to stress is that the university engages with businesses to deliver the academic content for apprenticeships. So if you're a potential apprentice, you need to look at companies who are taking on people in apprenticeship roles before you can apply. So it's the company that applies with the university, if you like. So it's very important. We do have companies who are of all levels who get involved. So you may have heard of levy and non-levy payers. I won't touch on that too much because Gilly's presentation in a few minutes will explain that situation. But it's really important to remember that if you are a potential apprentice and you want to place on one of our apprenticeships, you need to link with the company and you need to be employed by that company because we engage and contract with the company. This is the way the government's decided apprenticeships have to work. Not only do you get a job working with a company and you get the academic content, but I mentioned before this additional aspect as well. So there's at least 20% of off-the-job training as well. So the company has to commit to this 20% of training, which is not just doing your job on a day-to-day basis. And that really adds to the whole rounded approach to apprenticeships. The onboarding process itself, so I engage with companies to get them set up on the onboarding process. I start the process off. We have a central apprenticeships team who are very, very experienced in terms of not just the onboarding of candidates who become apprentices, but also on the rolling process as well. So we have quarterly meetings with the employer, with the apprentice, with the program leader, to make sure that things are going well, to make sure things are developing in the right way. And that team manages all that process as well. So we've got a very good infrastructure within the university, excellent, in fact, in terms of managing the whole apprenticeship process. So in terms of my involvement in this, literally, I work with the businesses. We do credit checks, for example. We have to do an employer eligibility form because it's government funding that underpins a lot of the apprenticeship activity. There's lots of compliance things that we need to go through, but you don't need to concern yourselves about that. We've got experience. We know exactly how to do that, and we'll just guide you through the process. So it's a very simple process. From the company's perspective, it involves basically an employer eligibility form, which is then checked alongside your standard business insurances, and then we will move through the process. I've mentioned something there on skills scan, so it's worth bearing in mind that when we bring a candidate through the process, they still need to go through an assessment process, which involves what we call skills scans, which are basically interviews with your employer as well and the academic leader to determine whether there are any aspects of prior learning. So if you've already studied part of that course, then the government needs to know that, and that affects the cost of the apprenticeship in terms of the business's commitment. But that's all handled by our central team, and like I said, we're very well versed with dealing with that. You'll see some more contacts later on. You can get in touch with me on that phone number or that email address, and also our central DMU apprenticeships email address. I mentioned funding and levy transfer. We've got a little bit of a video here from Gilly Oliver, who heads up that side of things. And I think from a company's perspective, this is very valuable information. So I'll hand over to Gilly.
I'm going to talk to you about the way in which apprenticeships are funded and our DMU levy transfer scheme. The way in which apprenticeships are funded depend upon that employer and whether or not they are levy paying or non-levy paying. Levy paying employers are those who have an annual payroll of over £3 million. They are taxed 0.5% of their payroll on a monthly basis, which goes into a cumulative apprenticeship levy pot, which can be managed on employers' digital apprenticeship service account. These funds can only be spent on apprenticeship training and assessment costs, meaning that they go directly to the training provider and cannot cover anything relating to apprenticeship salary, administration, or recruitment fees. Employers have exactly 2 years to spend these funds, and if they have not done so within this timeframe, the government will reclaim unused funds from them. Non-levy paying employers are those who have an annual payroll of under £3 million. Whether or not they get 100% or 95% of the funding then depends on individual circumstances of the apprentices. For apprentices who are aged between 16 and 21 years old, or between 22 and 24 and have an education, health or care plan, will be able to receive 100% government funding for their apprenticeship programme. However, most situations are where apprenticeships will only be funded for 95% by the government, and this is for any other apprentice who is aged over 22. Therefore, this means that employers often have to pay a 5% contribution towards the training costs, and this varies depending on the apprenticeship standard and the funding band that's been allocated for that programme, meaning that employers will have to pay somewhere between £175 and in some cases up to £1,350, which is a lot of money to be contributing. There is £1,000 incentive payment that employers can receive if they do recruit either a 16 to 18-year-old apprentice or an apprentice who's aged 19 to 24 with an education, health or care plan. However, there is a third option. Whether you are a levy-paying employer that has run out of your own levy funds, or you are a non-levy-paying employer that does not wish to pay the 5% contribution, you can apply for our DMU levy transfer scheme, which would allow you to receive funds to cover 100% of the apprenticeship training and assessment costs. Levy employers are able to transfer up to 50% of their unused annual funds to other employers, allowing them to cover 100% of their apprenticeship training costs. And this is something that we're really proud that we've launched here at DMU. We've launched our new transfer scheme, which will support local employers to develop their internal talent pools, whether this be through recruited apprentices or supporting you with your existing staff development requirements, and this will help us to enhance the regional economy. You can apply for funding for any apprenticeship programme with any training provider, therefore meaning that your training provider does not have to be DMU in order to apply for the scheme. However, hopefully you will want to work with DMU, and if we are your chosen provider, you can apply for the scheme where we will then be the training provider, but it also means that you're free to apply for other apprenticeship programmes that DMU doesn't deliver with other training providers. Applications are welcome from everybody, but we will prioritise Leicestershire-based organisations as it will really help us to make a difference locally to our regional economy. Employees that are able to support and share our DMU values that are really important to us, such as sustainability and equality, diversity and inclusion. And employees where the apprenticeship programmes will help to fill local skills gaps. Please visit our DMU Apprenticeship Levy Transfer Scheme website to find out more and read our terms and conditions and complete your application form.
Thank you, Gilly. So when we started off, we said, I've noticed we've had a few comments in there. Quite open to answer any questions that people have on the comments. I haven't been reviewing them myself, to be honest. I wonder if we have some.
We have one on screen, Mark.
We have one on screen now. Let's have a look. Can international students do this apprenticeship? Are there any requirements? Okay. Yes, international students can, but please bear in mind, as I said before, we actually contract with the businesses. So if a business is advertising for an apprenticeship place in a particular subject area, yes, international students, former international students can apply for that, and then you'll become an employee of the company. The only thing you may have to bear in mind, and they have relaxed the rules just yesterday, so we may have to check the detail for this. You do need to provide evidence of an equivalent of a GCSE maths and English. And we have had cases in the past where sometimes the international equivalent of that has not quite ticked the box that the government requires, if you like. But I know they've relaxed those rules literally just yesterday. So that may not apply. So yes, international students can, but please bear in mind, you can't apply for an apprenticeship to the university as a student. You need to apply for a company for a place working as an apprentice with the company. I hope that helps.
Why choose DMU as your apprentice provider? That's a good one. I think I touched on that, Mark, in terms of our recent multi-million pound investment in particularly in computer science and informatics. So DMU has many apprenticeships. We're here today to talk about our computing apprenticeships. And as you can see from the photos, I hope, and from me talking about the expertise I think DMU being kind of a gold-rated cybersecurity in terms of our offering, DMU offers expertise second to none within computer science. So if you're an employer looking to upskill some of your employees, or if you're someone interested in apprenticeships more generally, I think DMU being a provider for computer science would be a very, very good choice because of our recent investment from the Office for Students, which is an endorsement really by the government in our programs and our expertise, really, to say that they approve of our what we offer and are willing to invest in us. So I'm very excited, very pleased by the recent kind of enhancements in terms of facilities, but the core teaching learning was already good. So it's even better than it was before. So why I choose DMU, I think we offer some exemplar teaching in terms of computer science informatics.
And can I also add to that as well? We've got very good links with industry as well, and apprenticeships are all about moving in a specific discipline within industry, and we've got some very good links that we can that are beneficial to you. Any more questions?
Oh, this one's for you, Mark.
What types of businesses and industries? Well, all businesses. I know that's the easy answer, but yes, all businesses and industries can benefit the most from apprenticeships. There is apprenticeships. It's funny actually. It's a new word and an old word. So to some people, apprenticeships, they conjure up the more lower level, which are absolutely fine, skills, tools and trades and what have you. But the degree apprenticeships at the higher end of the education side of things are more specific and technological, and I think people need to bear that in mind. There has been a lot of talk about this, in the fact that degree apprenticeships, there's still a bit of a mindset with people that they think apprenticeships are just about trades, if you like. So it's the whole raft of businesses and industries, and of course from higher apprenticeships, level 6s, level 7s in particular, we're talking about very high tech companies, and they engage a lot in apprenticeships because it's highly beneficial for them to get someone starting working for the company in the workplace, getting real world experience, but also getting the academic foundations and understanding and knowledge that they need to further that career.
And I would say that the change of pace in many other industries, not necessarily if your industry is focused towards computing, it may be that kind of commercial, kind of e-commerce, things like cybersecurity and AI on the kind of the tip of everyone's tongue at the moment. It's a discussion. So what we can offer would be that skilling for any company, because I think cybersecurity and the risks that seem to be kind of ever changing and ever increasing, we can offer that expertise for your organization, or if you're a learner who's interested in furthering your skills, be it kind of continual professional development, or you want a career change. I think we offer that ability to be kind of on that cutting edge, on the kind of cusp of learning, where we're really, and because we're a research informed university as well, we really have that cutting edge kind of decision making and learning. So many industries will be able to benefit from a lot of what we've spoken about today.
Absolutely. Are we any more questions, or is that okay? So you can see the email address there. That's a general email address to get in touch with us. Any questions, any thoughts afterwards, drop us a line on that. Thank you for listening. I hope you found it interesting and inspiring. And I'd like to thank all my colleagues for their time as well. Like I said, if you require any further information, don't hesitate to get in touch with us on that address. We will reply to you. And thank you again. I hope you have a pleasant rest of the day, and hopefully speak to you soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much.